So the Festival du Nouveau Cinema gave us the opportunity to present an installation as part of the festival. They were looking for something that celebrated the 40 years of the festival. We presented this installation at a place called Promenade des Artistes, which is on the north part of Place de Festival. What the system does basically, when a user starts shouting into the structure, what we do is we analyze this audio and we break it up into all the properties that we can. So we break it up into frequencies, into pitch, into volume, attack, and many others. And with that data, we can start affecting the visuals that the user will see in the installation. We decided to go with the megaphone because you see a megaphone and the first thing you will try to do is to talk into it. It was an interesting process because it was the first time we were building something physical as opposed to doing code and things that were just projected. So the first thing we did was design this structure on a 3D software. Then we will measure everything. The builders were Clement and Ian. They had a difficult task or a challenge because the structure was polygonal and the aesthetic of the structure was very important. So they really had to work and create a process in which they could somehow create these polygons. So it was very interesting to have that functionality versus aesthetic versus making something strange and unique. Since we were in a film festival, we wanted to be relevant to the storytelling, and we wanted to include the user in the story. So the idea is that the installation starts with a full moon, and at that point the user becomes the wolf, and that's why they will eventually howl to the moon. The next tableau is a transformation, and you see some eyes, different eyes, transforming and morphing to eventually become a wolf. And then you see the visual of the wolf, and you see the visual of a sheep. And there's a dialogue there between the sheep and the wolf. And eventually the end of the story is the end of the sheep, basically. Designing an installation, at the end you're designing is an experience. You're trying to somehow imagine a user going through it, what are the actions he's gonna take, and you try to imagine that at the end his reaction is gonna be of a good one, a good surprise. They're gonna be impressed. There's gonna be some satisfaction of understanding and finally getting to the goal of controlling the projections.
Okay, I'm gonna lose it.